While we continue to move down the pipeline of who's next to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, it raises an interesting question. Can an employer require its employees to get that shot? As TV 11's Mercedes McKay found out, the answer is yes, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission recently issued guidance on this exact question. They said yes, employers can require employees to get the COVID-19 vaccine as long as they follow federal anti-discrimination laws. But the real question is, should they require it?
This is not the EEOC says it's okay, and so now I can do it, right? There is a process you have to walk through, and in some case, not just by the employer, but by the individual.
What attorney Nathan Reed really wants people to understand is that this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach.
It's dependent on the circumstances of the employer, their workforce, and then the individuals who are requesting an exemption.
He says the first step is to evaluate whether or not there is a direct threat in the workplace if employees choose to be unvaccinated. If that's the case, then the employer can make the vaccine a requirement.
In addition to imposing that mandate, the employer then has to consider what other circumstances would warrant that employee being exempted or potentially excluded from that mandate.
For example, if the individual is already working remotely and wouldn't be a direct threat. But if that direct threat is in place, the employer has to go through the same accommodation processes if an employee refuses the vaccine based on a medical disability or religious beliefs.
Just like an employer would have to engage in the interactive process if somebody had a back issue and weren't able to perform certain functions of their job, that same interactive process would be triggered.
Mandating isn't the only option, though. Reed says there are other things employers can do, like educating their staff on the importance of receiving the vaccine or providing incentives like paid time off or extra money.
What we want to do is try to meet the employee where they are, to hopefully, encourage them to get it and to remove any barriers that may be in place to preventing him or her from getting the vaccine.
In Little Rock, Mercedes McKay, THV 11 News.
Now, this applies to both private and public employees and is based on a federal law. Reed says with the legislature currently in session, they are closely monitoring for any developments.